From Delaware's most award-winning radio news team, this is WDEL Video News. Here's Chris Carl.
Among Delaware's top stories for Monday, March 5th, Wilmington police arrest a murder suspect. The latest from Senator Biden on the campaign trail. And a clash of the Titans for the girls' basketball state championship. Here are the details. A Chester man is behind bars in Delaware charged with murder. Wilmington police raided a home on North Market Street and arrested 28-year-old Jameel Whitaker. He was wanted in a 14-month-old homicide in a Chester bar. He's being held at the Young prison pending extradition. A Newcastle man is dead after a car accident on Route 13. It happened just before 9 o'clock Saturday night. Police say 36-year-old Daniel Turvey pulled in front of an SUV as he tried to turn onto Langolan Boulevard. Turvey was not wearing a seatbelt and was thrown from his pickup. Police believe he may have been drinking. State lawmakers will again tackle legislation aimed at keeping insurance companies from using your credit score against you when setting premium rates. WDEL's Carl Konevsky reports.
Insurance Commissioner Matt Denn joined Senator Margaret Rose Henry in unveiling the bill, legislation similar to one passed in the Senate last year but failing to win approval in the House. Henry, a Wilmington Democrat, says while most of those affected by credit scoring tend to be minorities and low-income Delawareans, she just recently heard from a Greenville man about the issue.
He took advantage of all of the invitations many of us get to open new credit lines, and when you do that so that he could manage his debt better, he had excellent credit before this. He opened a lot of accounts, paid them off and everything. When it was time to renew his homeowner's insurance, all of a sudden he had a 123% increase because he had too many accounts.
Den says the practice is unnecessary and unfair, and insurance companies wouldn't have to worry about their profits if the General Assembly banned the practice of credit scoring.
California is the biggest auto insurance market in America. They were prohibited, they've been prohibited for almost 20 years in California from using it, and the auto insurance industry is doing just fine in California. So all the evidence is that they can make plenty of money without using credit scoring, and there's no need for them to use it here.
California bans the use of credit scores for rate setting in auto insurance. Maryland bans it for homeowners insurance, and credit scoring is prohibited for both in Hawaii. I'm Carl Konevsky, 1150 AM, WDEL.
It's Election Day in Middletown. WDEL News continues in a moment.
You could spend your money at the gas pump, or you could spend it on those sexy pumps at your favorite store. Let Dart do the driving.
I do all my shopping with Dart. It's the most convenient way to shop the outlets, and it saves me money.
Now save even more. Get up to 40% off with a discounted Dart card online at dartfirststate.com or at your local Acme Market.
At this rate, with the money I save riding Dart, I have a new pair of shoes every week.
Travel smart. Choose Dart.
Middletown residents will choose a mayor today. For the first time since 1989, incumbent Ken Branner is being challenged, facing former town manager Joseph Enrico, Don Allen, and Chris Stefanandis. Growth and traffic seem to be this year's major issues, and Branner was criticized last year for interest-free loans and grants given to town employees, churches, and community groups. In addition to the mayor's race, 2 town council members and 4 challengers are vying for 2 available seats on the council. Senator Biden told a South Carolina audience yesterday he expects to focus on that state because the fight for the Democratic presidential nomination will be won there. Biden says he thinks it'll be over after South Carolina, so he'll be spending a lot of time there. Stumping in the state's rural heartland, the veteran lawmaker says Iraq remains the key issue. County Executive Coons wants to freeze the salaries of all non-union workers in the county. The proposal would suspend cost of living and merit pay increases for the county's 138 non-union employees. Coons says this pay freeze, combined with his earlier proposal to freeze salaries for all executive branch appointees, will save taxpayers about $650,000 a year. Coons has already imposed a hiring freeze, cut overtime, and made other budget cuts in an effort to adapt to declining revenues. A happy ending to a stellar career. WDEL Sports. Delaware, Acme with a forecast coming up.
As you look for your college experience, make sure you look at Wilmington College, your key to success.
I'm Peter MacArthur.
I'm Melanie Armstrong, and here are Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour.
The most complete coverage of the news that matters in Delaware every weekday morning, 5:30 to 9 on 1150 AM WDEL.
In WDEL sports, Khadijah Rushton finally has her state basketball championship. WDEL's Sean Green has the highlights.
A sellout crowd of 5,000 packed the Bob Carpenter Center as St. Elizabeth battled Ursuline for the second straight year in the title game. The Stars came out to play. Khadijah Rushton nails this three at the top of the key. The all-time state leading scorer had 26. Number 2 on that list, Elena Deladon. She'd nail this three on the right wing and finish with a team-high 21 points. But this game would be decided by the role players. Inbound play for St. E's ends up in the hands of Amanda Craig. She'd look anywhere for someone to pass to, but decides, hey, I can hit a three, and does. And St. Elizabeth grabbed a 2-point lead. Late first half, St. E's plays beat the clock. Here's Rushton driving inside. The shot no good, but Simone Woody able to get the rebound up and in just before the buzzer. And St. E's led by 5 at the half. Second half, Ursuline tries to claw back. Penetration leads to Shannon O'Hanlon's three on the right wing. The lead cut to 2, pleasing the home crowd. But St. E's would pull away. Here's Morgan McGill working a give and go with Simone Woody. Layup was good as she beats Deladon, and St. E up by 11. Finally, Rushton, surrounded by all sorts of Raiders. She'd work her way through, drive over Deladon with the fadeaway. St. Elizabeth, your champion, making head coach Tom Ferrier a very happy man. St. E's 55, Ursuline 45. After the game, Coach Ferrier spoke with Lynn Holmquist and Bill Harmon on the postgame show about the effort he thought it would take to dethrone Ursuline.
You know, we told them it would take at least three or four good quarters of basketball today. If they played, if they played 2 quarters of basketball, they might have found themselves in a hole or something. But we felt as though if we put 3 quarters together, or even 4, that there was no way we could be denied.
Amanda Craig's first half was a big key to the win, a role-playing effort the Vikings knew they'd need to cut down the nets.
In the beginning, when we were on the locker room, they said everyone has to step up, everyone has to bring their special part of them to this game, and that's what I did. They say, Amanda, shoot if you're open, and I normally don't, but I did tonight, and that I contributed to my team.
For star Khadijah Rushton, the win wasn't just about her, it was about her program.
I'm astounded, and I'm so proud of myself and the rest of my team, from, everybody that stepped out on the floor to the people on the bench to our fans, everybody's been backing us up 100%. When people thought that we couldn't do this, our fans and everybody else were the ones that stuck behind us, so I'm proud of my team and everybody else.
St. Elizabeth, the 2007 state champs. Reporting from Newark, Sean Green, 1150 AM, WDEL Sports.
Christiana High School goes for its first ever boys state basketball championship tonight, where the top-seeded Vikings take on third-seed Sanford. Tip-off tonight at 7 p.m. from the Bob Carpenter Center. You can hear the game on 1150 a.m. WDEL starting at 6:45. The ever-improving Sixers won their 4th straight game, downing the New Jersey Nets 99-86. Andre Iguodala scored 21, while Willie Green and Kyle Korver both added 20 for the Sixers, who are now 12-9 in their last 21 games. And the Pittsburgh Penguins completed a season sweep of the Flyers with a 4-3 shootout win, the Flyers squandering a 2-0 first-period lead. Your WDEL Delaware AccuWeather forecast: sun and clouds through today, windy, high 45. Tonight, clear and cold, a low down to 15. For tomorrow, sunny to partly cloudy, a high 28, with some snow expected on Wednesday. Get news updates throughout the day. Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour on 1150 a.m. WDEL, or anytime right here at WDEL.com, including news video from Delaware and around the world on WDEL and the Associated Press. I'm Chris Carl. Thanks for watching.